we're going to continue the nostalgia hit from yesterday, everybody. I woke up and said, you know what? I'm going to do this instead of Elder Scrolls Online this morning. Although I need to figure out a couple of things here before we do the actual... excuse me. The actual charring quest this morning. Somebody said that you can click... Oh, here it is. How do I... You must select a foe before you can lock pet. Heal or guard. So I'm guessing you can never, like... I would have to set up a hotkey for that. Man, that's old school. Guys, I bet it's not going to let me map this to the controller. Because in a perfect world, I would map that to a button so that I send my pet in every time first. So that I'm not the one taking the brunt of the damage. Because as we get leveled up higher, if I'm pulling a group of mobs, I'm going to want to send the pet in first. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that mapped. I don't remember how to do hotkeys in this game at all. I'll have to look that up. Oh, and someone said yesterday that you can resize this window. You just have to grab it down here and, like, resize it. But it's not going to do it exactly the way I want it to. Okay. Well, that partially answered the question, but I don't know that they have necessarily factored in pet control to the controller. JK says, can you tell me everything about the patch? Is this a walking sim? What is this game? I know, right? Well, I guess for now I can leave it the way it is, but pretty sure I'm going to bring the keyboard over here. Because I feel like that is a, obviously this is a work in progress that they just kicked off. And these are going to be, like, growing pains. But I bet if you go down in here into the options, there was a, yeah, over here. So I know in here, pet open hero 1 pet commander. There may not even be a way. Alt-P probably does party. Right. Alt-O? Yeah, that'd be pet. Alt-C? We could do Alt-C. Let me see if I can make that work. I don't even need to do that. Well, what I need to look up is how to make a macro, and if it's even possible to do what I have in mind. We'll look that up later, here in a bit. I don't want to spend the first 20 minutes of my stream trying to struggle bust my way through a tech issue. No, where was the king? Because I totally have a quest to, like, start the charring, but I have to go find the main guy. Here he is up here. It's Zelda. Yeah, sure, I'm playing Zelda. Yep. Jugando con Maddie. Maddie, usa sus ojos, por favor. We're not going to be pre-searing for a moment. In about 2 seconds, we're going to go full searing. Yeah, that's nuts, trying to grind to get to level 20 in pre-searing. I don't think I ever tried that. There was no point. I do need to sort out how to make a pet attack. Hotkey, and then I can map that to the controller somehow. Alright, so it put me with... I'm assuming those are other players, plus a fighter henchman. What's up, Dribrum? Hang on, I thought I clicked the... I'm confused. I don't know what it just did. Yeah, that didn't solve my problem, Yeti. What I want to do is try to figure out how to make the pet attack. So they don't seem to have a, oh, we're missing, like, one thing I tell you that's missing right now is there's no subtitle. There it is, okay. God, it fades fast. Those subtitles are going so fucking fast. Journey to the old bunker with the prince. Okay. Is he following me or am I following him? I think he's following me. There he goes. Now he's doing his own thing. Anyway, the one thing I can tell that I don't see that they have factored in for the controller support right now is a way to bind your pet attack anyway. So if you're a pet class, And being able to pull up the pet window is great, but I don't currently have a way to, like, map the pet attack so that I can send the pet in first. And that's something I want to sort out, but I think I'm going to have to do that manually. Yeah, I'm assuming the companion controls are not going to work very well with controller. So far the controller seems great for like just you yourself and that's it. But like granular control of companions and stuff. That's what I was saying earlier in yesterday's early thoughts video. Excuse me. This is a really big complex game and there are going to be some things that just don't map. Because it's a 20-year-old game, and they have no way to realistically simplify that to the controller.
It was on that day that the Char discovered a way around the Great Wall, a way to bring it down.
That echo is from them, not from me. That's a weird audio issue that's going on here. There's like overlapping audio tracks. A little bit of jank.
This is where the true story begins.
A little bit of jank in my gameplay. Waking up with the jank. A little jank in your coffee makes you feel better in the morning for sure. Let's drink jank with our coffee. A little bit of jank to start our day. Loading, please wait. It used to put you in a PvP match to get you warmed up for the mission. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember. Best part of waking up is some jank in your coffee. Two years later. So now we have a fighter henchman in our group by default. I'm probably going to prefer a monk, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to find a replacement. Yep, I have played Guild Wars 2, yep. Welcome back. Looks like the patrol went well. You're still in one piece at any rate. Well, listen, Prince Rourke sent me to ask you for a favor. Our ambassadors arrived from our old enemy, Kryta. They can help us fight the Char, but the king won't even talk to him. The prince hasn't been able to make headway, but he knows the king trusts Titus, and Titus trusts you. Welcome to the wasteland, kids. There we go. Shatter Gargoyle, Gate Guard, Ascalon Guard, Master Grast. Oh, the corpse of Stefan Fighter Henchman. He died. You served me well, Stefan. Oh, it's gonna load all this stuff? I should probably go get another. Well, it's loading pretty quick. I bought Guild Wars 2 on the day it launched. Played it. Ultimately, didn't care for the way that it did, like, forced side quests and never finished it. I have gone back to it twice over the years. Once, maybe 2 years after it launched, and then I went and did it. Man, it would probably be about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I did like a let's check out this game in 2023 or 2024 or whatever. And it didn't have controller support, so I put it on Steam to get janky controller support. And I played it for 10 or 12 hours, but the problem I have with Guild Wars 2 is it forces you to do side quests. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, you'll be doing the main quest and you're progressing and you're getting all these cool cutscenes and everything's fun. And then all of a sudden you hit a brick wall of the game telling you you must be level X to enter the main quest, the next main quest area. And so then what are you supposed to do to get levels? You open up the map and you look for the little squares that are like the POIs, and you're just supposed to go POI to POI to POI and do all of the little things that the POIs want you to do to earn leveling XP, which is stuff like jump puzzles, events, world bosses, kill 10 of these, kill 15 of these, do this. I found that to be the most banal, boring shit of all time. When you force me to do side quests to progress the game, I am immediately uninterested in your game. By the way, Final Fantasy XIV did that back in the day at launch, and when I first played Final Fantasy XIV, I dropped it like a hot potato because I was like, ew, fuck you. You're making me stop the main quest to go do fetch quests? No, 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 no. Sorry, not going to happen. I went back and played Final Fantasy XIV on the PS4 when they launched the final expansion, and they had redone the whole Realm Reborn thing and everything else, and it was so much better because you could just do the main quest and that's it. And I was like, oh, now it plays like an actual, like single player adventure where I'm off on an adventure following a main quest, and I can do side quests if I want to, but not because I'm forced to. And so that was always my disconnect with Guild Wars 2, was that in order to get high enough in levels to complete the main quest, you have to go do all this side quest bullshit. And so it took the joy out of it for me. It is fundamentally a good game. It is fundamentally has great quests. I don't mind the graphics. I think all that's fun. But for me personally, I don't like games that force me to do side quests. If it's optional, yes. Manual, like mandatory, no. I'm moving on to other things for sure. That's just not true, Storytime Gaming. Not true at all. The thing with Guild Wars 2 is the leveling is so quick that it really doesn't matter. You hit level 80 in 5 days. That is not true. Fundamentally not true. If you have played Guild Wars 2 in the past and you know exactly what you're doing, and you just go forth and you have an expedited path, perhaps, but not if you're a new player who has never played the game before. No. You're required to do all of the things to level up your character. Yeah, that's... By the way, who would want to rush? Go, guys, go, 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 go. Get level 80 in 5 days. I just... Nope. That's right. It's only true if you're established, if you've got XP packs, all that stuff. Like, that's a very, very incorrect statement to make. Alright, we have Serpatron as skills. I gotta remember how all this stuff... Ah, here we go. Here's the henchman. I want to hire Alicia. I want to hire the archer henchman. Or the, Oh, I can have more than one henchman now. Or no, wait. How does this work? Because one of these is going to be my pet. I can have 4 in my party, though, now it says. Well, let's grab... It says 2 of 4. I wonder if this is going to take the place of one of my pets. I don't think so, though, because my pet doesn't show up when I'm in a town. Anyway, so that's forming a party. So now I have a fighter, a healer, and a mage with me, and I'm the archer. And here's where we get into, like, the merchants things, because I'm going to have to get up to speed with, like, how crafting works again. What's up, Glyph? Yeah, I'm vaguely remembering this. Somewhere around here, there's going to be, like, an armor NPC. There he is over there. And they're going to, like, right? Is it these guys who can craft things for you, and then you need specific... There's, like, armor sets or something, and then, like, you need the crafting supply. Yeah, and you need supplies. Yeah, yeah, and gold. 3 tanned hide squares. Okay, yeah. I am starting to remember this. Now, how do I get expanded inventory? Because right now I need to get bags. I don't remember how to get bags. By the way, how do I have to delete it there. I can't, like, drag it out. I'm gonna have to... It's been so long since I've played. I don't remember how to get the bags. Dye trader. What about the regular merchant? Do you sell bags? Oh, salvage kits. Oh, that's right. Yeah, belt pouch and bags. Here we go. Here we go. Jesus, 100 gold. Yeah, I also remember salvage kits being a big deal to, like, salvage the items to get crafting mats. Okay, well, for now, I just want... How many bags can I have? I can have a belt pouch and a bag. Well, let's just go across in order. Let's buy a belt pouch. And then let's buy a bag. And then I'm going to be broke. And then, what? I drag them up. Yes. Now I can have more inventory space. Okay. I need more coffee before we go any further. All right. Kitty Cat wasn't sure if he wants to come in or not. No, yeah, I mean, thank you, Yeti, but also I have no idea how long I'm actually going to play this, so it would be a waste of gold to give me gold because this is, I'm here for the moment, but I also have so many other things to play. It is a brand new character from scratch, JK. Yeah. War Master Titus. Don't talk to me about the Crichton Ambassador. Deliver this to the ambassador outside of the city, western gate to Old Ascalon, and head west. But yeah, right now I'm just literally here kicking the wheels and checking out the Reforged update, getting the nostalgia out of my system. But I'm playing so many other games. Like giving me gold is an amazing gesture. It's very generous. Thank you very much. But also it would be a waste because in a week I'll be off to other things. Um, if that, I think you'll probably get past the weekend and see where we're at. But because I've also got several things happening on the 15th that I have to go do. You're heading in this direction. Hang on. That's odd. So the camera pan, yesterday I could pan way out, and now this is the most the controller will let me do it. I had to switch over to the mouse to pan more. So that is really weird. Maybe go in this direction. Nope. That is the farthest it's going to let me pan out with the controller. If I want to do more, I have to switch over to the mouse and use the scroll out wheel. Now it's working. What the hell? There was definitely some jank here and there. Here's the ambassador. A message with the royal seal. By the way, I'm not attempting to read this, guys. The subtitles. These things go so fast. Exactly. I have forgotten. I don't remember anything about these games. Plus, if I wanted to show this from this purpose of um, for the purpose of like showing new players, like it does no good to like play a 20-year-old character, even though I have multiple max characters. What build am I playing? Asks Chris. A ranger. Home with 2 sick kids, says Glyph. That's no fun. Hopefully they get better soon. Will you help the children of Ascalon for me and deliver the supplies? Okay, yeah, so I don't care for children. I get abilities from doing quests. Okay. I know, right, JK? Hey, Ren. Have you ever played a ranger before in other games? Yep. Shutting down for good, Thandar. Shutting down for good. Take his requests to hunt down the bandit. Did they automatically give me the supplies to deliver? Hang on. Yes. Lucas is crying at the door. I don't know what he needs. Apparently Lucas is having, he wanted to be in the office. He was wandering around in the house meowing. Chris just got up to go to the bathroom and she was like, what is he crying about? I was like, I don't know. Apparently he wanted to come in the office. Today is his vet checkup. I don't think I'm actually going to take him in today. We talked to the vet yesterday on WhatsApp, did a video conference. He seems to be fully recovered. Today is his last day of antibiotics, and assuming the vet doesn't say otherwise, Chris is going to go to the vet today on her way. She's got to run errands this morning. And when she's running errands in town, she's going to drop by the vet and ask about his anti-inflammatories. but he seems to be fully recovered from the trauma of last week. Yeah, Thoughtful Yeti. There's definitely some quirkiness um, to the controller. Like I said, I think it's a great initial start to things, but there are obviously some more complex aspects of the game that they are going to have to spend a lot of time working on to get feeling right, and that's totally normal. It's a big project, and their team is dedicated to continuing to work on this. And they've also teased things like, oh, potentially DLC, and I'm like, that's a little extra. I don't know that I necessarily would be talking about DLCs yet, but I think that's a main quest. We're gonna hold off on that for the moment. The thing in the desert, Thandar. All right, now we can go back to Ambassador Zin. Oh, see, they do list the quests. Okay, perfect. So these are world quests versus primary quests. All right, sweet. All right, we need to return to Ambassador Zane for my reward. Okay. I don't think anybody really has to worry about like end game. Like there's hundreds of hours of entertainment to be had in this game without ever once thinking about the end game. I know, Ember, it's not ESO. I broke my rule. I'm supposed to be playing ESO first thing in the morning on Thursday. I will be playing ESO later. I might. We might skip ESO today. Don't worry, I have ESO episodes in the bank that are coming out on YouTube later. But yes, I woke up this morning and said, you know what? Guild Wars is hot right now. Let's get the nostalgia out of my system. I've been playing non-stop Elder Scrolls Online for like the past month. I can take a day off. Right, I should have put that in the description, JK. We're playing the new patch for ESO today. Enchantment spell +1 health regeneration. That's interesting. Okay. I know, I cheated on ESO today. Nobody tell her. Raceland's Ritual? Rastin. Sorry, my bad. Rastin. Both of those are old. No, that's way far away. Regent Valley. Holy crap. Well, that looks like an adventure. Let's go do it. Flesh Gargler. Sounds like your mom. Oh, Jesus, did you guys just pull the whole fucking camp? Nothing like henchmen. Speaking of Vecna, man, season 5 of Stranger Things, it's pretty freaking awesome so far. I cannot wait for the next episodes on Christmas. What a finale on episode 4 in The Sorcerer. Oh, it was so good. What if these guys are going to attack on sight? Yep. If I can get there straight through here. Looks like there's a path I'm going to have to follow. Jesus, they definitely make you grind your way through here, don't they? Hannibal is a really good show. This is the season. Is it the season finale? Well, this is the season. Yes, this is the final season of Stranger Things. They aired the episodes in blocks. So the first four episodes came out last week. The next 3 episodes come out on Christmas Day, and then the final episode is airing on December 31st, New Year's Eve. And it is a feature-length episode. So all of the episodes so far, episodes 1 through 4, which are out already, are over an hour long. They're about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes in length. So they've been pretty chunky. I dropped my review the other day. Really good. Like the first 4 episodes of season 5 are really good. Next 3 episodes drop on Christmas Day. I think Stranger Things is the first show that Chris and I have watched together that we've followed from start to finish. Because it's been airing for years now. We've been watching since it started, but that's a recent show. I'm trying to think if there's any other shows she and I have watched that, because a lot of shows that we watch get canceled. So we get like 2 seasons in or something and the show gets canceled. So Stranger Things has been going on for quite some time now. Dude, I don't know if this is the right way. Looks like there might be a ramp up here. What's up, Transcend? What is up, Alex? I really hope that the new Stargate doesn't do the old 24 episodes. I really hope they keep it to a nice, concise, like, I hope they don't do short. I hope they don't do 6 episodes or 8 episodes. I hope they give it like a, give us a 12, 13 episode run. That would be ideal. But I don't want to watch a 22 episode, because when they do 22 episode runs, 24 episode runs, it's full of Monster of the Week, Planet of the Week episodes, and I just really want a tight, concise story. Yeah, those 24 episode runs don't work in the days of streaming. Also, it's just like I quit. The last show that I watched that did that was Arrow. I think I quit Arrow in season. I watched Arrow because I was watching Supernatural. I think I made it all the way to season 13 of Supernatural before I gave it up, and was like, I don't care anymore. Like, you guys are doing 24 episode runs. I'm busy. And at the same time, I was also watching Arrow, and Arrow was doing 22 episode runs, and they did the first season of The Flash, and that got a 22 or 24 episode run. And I just remember after I watched that first season of The Flash, I think it was around season 3 of Arrow, I just went, you know what? I'm done. I can't watch, because I remember I was living in Cancun. I was dating Chris, and I was working, dating someone, going out, going to the gym, going to the beach, and all this other stuff. I was like, I don't have time to watch 24 episodes of all of these shows. Grimm was phenomenal start to finish. Grimm was a phenomenal show because it was based around Monster of the Week episodes, but it also had a really cool through story. Grimm was awesome, and it got a proper season run. Chris has never seen Grimm, and I have debated in the back of my mind. We don't have the time, but I have debated a few times of sitting down and watching that show with her, because she would like that show. And it was a really good show from start to finish. But yeah, those 24 episode runs, who has time for that shit? Conversely, though, I think 6 episodes is too short. Like, when they did Dune Prophecy, and it only got 6 episodes, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, HBO? 6 episodes. We're getting 8 episodes for Dune Prophecy Season 2, which is a little more respectable, but come on. Give me at least 10 to 12. Arrow turned into Felicity and Friends. Did that bird just attack us? Whiptails. Oh, we got ads. Yay! The U key gives you a different map? Oh, that's like a... Huh. Okay. Oh, it has like POIs on it or something? Mission map. Oh, I dinged. Give me a second here. Beast Mastery. Ooh, I don't have enough points. We're gonna hold off on that for now. He just knocked me down? You bitch. I'm gonna run up here because we got AoEs going on. Oh, get that one. Yeah, the problem is that I'm trying to only play with controller alley, and they don't have all that stuff properly. Like, yeah, if I want to switch over, like I'm literally putting down the controller and switching over, and yes, I can go click on all these things with the mouse, but they don't have all this stuff properly set up for the controller yet. So I'm trying to just only play with the controller since that's really what this update is all about. So I'm ignoring stuff like that because that would require me to break the immersion. That was also something we were talking about earlier in the stream, is like they don't have it set up. Like, there's definitely some more work that needs to be done in terms of the controller addition to the game, because there are a lot of things like the controlling of your henchman, the controlling of your pet. All of those things aren't really working on the controller. Like, it forces you into cursor mode, which is not ideal, because if I'm being forced to use a cursor, I might as well be using the mouse and the mouse and keyboard. So there's definitely some more, I would say some more polish that needs to be added to the controller port. I mean, it's very good as it is right now, but it's definitely, in terms of some of the more intricate aspects of the game, I just don't know how they'll be able to completely facilitate all of the... Because we opened up at the very beginning of the stream. I was in here. Oops, gotta go to options. I went in here. By the way, I'm over on mouse and keyboard now doing this. And if you go into the controls, like, look at all of these controls. There is no fucking way that you're mapping all of these to the controller. It's just not gonna happen. There's, I mean, at most you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You could probably do about 20, maybe 25, depending on like double button presses and stuff. So let's say there's 20 to 25 abilities that you can map to the controller. You're not getting all of this, especially when it comes into when you have 8 party members total, you know. It's gonna be a nightmare. Not sure how that's gonna... I don't know what their long-term plans are for that kind of stuff. Can we go down here? I won't be playing it that long, so I'm gonna get the nostalgia out of my system this weekend, and that'll probably be all she wrote. And we'll see. But I will say basic functionality is good. We've got auto run, we've got good movement, we've got basic control over battlefield. But yeah, it's, if you want to be manually controlling every henchman, yeah, that's not working. Yeah, Lord of the Rings Online was one of the first games to do, not the first, but one of the first, because World of Warcraft did it just before them, and then they came back and did it as well. Seamless zones outside of like going into instances and stuff. I will say the pacing of this feels 20 years old. Like, oh my god, it takes forever to kill monsters. I definitely feel like I'm playing a 20-year-old. This honestly reminds me a little bit of like when going and playing like World of Warcraft Classic or EverQuest 1 P99. It's like, let's give the mobs infinite hit points and call that difficult. Man, good times. All right. All right, we need to get the elemental list first. Okay, those are down. Right, he is dead. Return to Ambassador Zane for your rewards. Now here's something I don't remember. Yeah, see, we haven't unlocked any. It's going to be quickest just to go back to Ascalon City and turn around and come right back out again. I mean, yes and no. Like, I don't mind nostalgia for a couple of days, but um, I'm definitely not someone who pursues nostalgia, and it wears off very, very, very quickly. Like, looking at it that way is like, oh, yeah, I miss the days of clunky manuals that came with games. And then I remember that clunky manuals take up space, and I have to store them, and I have to clean them, and I have to worry about mildew and mold and termites, and I have to have climate control and all of these things to keep them in good condition. And I'm like, ew, no thanks. I don't want to deal with any of that fucking headache. I have read it, Allie, and I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream. I remain cautiously pessimistic about them committing them. Like the fact that they already mentioned DLC made me kind of cringe and go, "Come on, guys! Like, I understand that you're shooting for a new target audience, and there's definitely potential for things, but you're gonna have to get all the kinks worked out of like controller support and all these other things before we ever even consider." I couldn't believe they dropped DLC, even though they did say, we're not ruling out. I believe the way they worded it was, we're not ruling out the possibility of DLCs, and I'm like, why did you even bother mentioning? Like, because literally that's all you're saying is, well, if it's successful enough, we could potentially look at this, and that's the FOMO. You're trying to capture the FOMO audience, and I cringe when I see companies do that. It's like, just make it good, make it work, and if it's good and if it works, it will sell, and then you could surprise everybody with a like surprise DLC drop or a surprise DLC announcement, and that would be awesome. But when you come out of the gate and you're like, yeah, guys, not gonna rule it out, but we might be doing some DLC in the future, it's like, oh, don't do that. Don't say that. Like, just make it work. Because, I mean, I liked the game 20 years ago, but I don't give a shit about Guild Wars in 2025. Much less 2026. Like, I couldn't care less if they did a DLC for this game. Like, I seriously doubt I would come back and play a DLC for this game. I'm sure they have a dedicated core audience, and if they have if they have enough of an audience like EverQuest 1 has, where you've got 50,000 people who are willing to pay for a DLC, go for it, for sure. But I don't want them to get people's hopes up with something that they're not even sure they're going to do yet. Like, okay, let's focus on getting this working good. If you can get this working good, awesome. Make a bunch of money off of it. Develop it in secret, and then be like, hey guys, we've got a DLC that we're dropping next year. That would be cool. For the audience who wants it. Alright. Wait, where did this guy come from? Find Gate Guard Hollis at the eastern gate. Give him Zane's strongbox. Both of these quests are Old Ascalon, yes? Yeah, but they like take me to different entrances. Alright. Leave me alone, hulking stone elemental. Man, these guys have huge aggro radiuses. Also another very old school feature. I can see you from halfway across the zone. Something I just realized, in Guild Wars 1, you could only play human, right? And then in Guild Wars 2, you could play like gnomes and elves and... Like, I don't remember there being any other option than human at the beginning of this when I did character creation. And I'm thinking back going, I think it was all human. I think all of my characters in Character Select from 20 years ago are all human characters. But that's another old school thing too, is like all the items that drop on the ground, and instead of auto picking them up, you have to manually run over to them and pick them up. Quite a few things that remind you that you're playing a 20-year-old game. Yeah, right, Allie. In this one, okay, yeah, it's humans only. Because I was just sitting thinking, like, I don't think I could make a gnome or an elf in this game. By the way, the gnome starting area in Guild Wars 2 is fire. Like, I love the gnome starting area in that game. Ooh, Master Ranger. Definitely want to talk to you. Hang on. This is an upgraded... pet, I'm guessing. I do think that even though I didn't necessarily finish Guild Wars 2, I do agree that Guild Wars 2 is a better game, Transcend. Like, just mechanically, graphically, like, even though I personally didn't care for the mandatory fetch quests and stuff, it is just, it's newer, it's shinier, it's like fundamentally EverQuest 2 is better than EverQuest 1. I mean, some people might prefer EverQuest 1, and that's totally fine. It doesn't change the fact that EverQuest 2 is a fundamentally better game than EverQuest 1. Like, EverQuest 2 has better graphics, better engine, voiceovers, like, better all the things. Instancing. Oh, yeah, jump faction is... Yeah, not faction, sorry, jump feature. Yes, a jump feature. The ability to jump. Huge. I mean, it would be cool if they were working on Guild Wars 3. That would be pretty awesome. But I think that's like the same thing. It's like I would love EverQuest 3. I would love World of Warcraft Part 2. I would love StarCraft 3, StarCraft MMO. So many of these franchises, I'm like, just give me more. And instead they're stuck doing fucking legacy editions and classic editions and legendary servers and all right, keep leading on, Master Ranger. Ooh, is that a new longbow that I can actually use? 5 to 7, maybe. I think mine is better. Yeah. I think it depends on the game though, Allie, because like EVE Online still looks good in, 15, 20 years later. EverQuest 1 does not look good 15 years later, 20 years later, however long it's been, 20 years later. This game, my opinion, obviously, I don't think this game looks good in 2025. So, in terms of, do games need sequels? Not necessarily, but I do appreciate, like, as an example, EverQuest 2, completely different story than EverQuest 1. Guild Wars 2, completely different story than Guild Wars 1. I think if you make those sequels with the intent for them to be different stories, they can be good. And also just, not every game needs it. You're not wrong. But I do think, yeah, it depends on the game. Like EVE Online, I think looks great for all of its age. Because what was it? I think it was not last January, but the January before. So about 2 years ago, I went all in on EVE Online for about 6 weeks and had a great time. And I was marveling at how good the game looked for being like a 20-year-old game. And then you go play Project 1999 for EverQuest, and it's like, oh shit, man. It's almost like going back to a mud. It's pretty cringe. Yeah, there are some things that have held up graphically. I am keeping an eye on that EVE Vanguard extraction shooter, though. If depending on how that's done, I'm genuinely interested in that because I did like I like the thought and I like the factions of EVE Online. Like, I had quite a bit of fun when I did it like 2 years ago. Like, I haven't ever gone more than, I think that's the biggest run I've ever done in EVE Online was a couple years back, and it was, you know, about 6 weeks, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I like the factions, I like the storylines and everything else. Correct. They've done a great job of updating EVE Online over the years. It's a fundamentally different game today than it is when it launched. That is true. Graphically as well, they've added stuff over the years. Right, exactly. That's the point Ali was making, was that if an online game does it right, you don't need a sequel. You could just keep going. World of Warcraft is a good example. World of Warcraft Retail. Because they have updated that game graphically over the years. World of Warcraft Retail is fundamentally a different game than... That's why they started Classic, was because it has changed so much over the years that they had to make, you know, these Classic servers, because it's so different, graphically and mechanically. Stalker armor, I might be able to use that actually. Hang on. I think she finally stopped. Ooh. Creates a level 1 spirit. Arrows move twice as fast and hit. No. Oh, I already have a stalker. So it counted. Oh, I get a bleed? I will definitely take that. That's way cooler. Oh my goodness, it's a long way away. What time is it? 5 o'clock? Allie? Well, I'll tell you what, this was enough of a nostalgia pull. And to be honest with you, the traffic was really good last night when I was playing. So I was like, I'm going to play this morning instead of Elder Scrolls. But somebody commented on TikTok earlier. They were laughing. And then someone followed up with that and said I was cheating on Elder Scrolls Online this morning. I'm like, I'm sorry. I got to get this out of my system. And it's good enough traffic that I could justify it right now because it's getting... I got really good traffic last night on the stream. We had like 120 people watching last night, so I was like, I'll do it again today. And it's not unfun. There are definitely things that make me cringe and go, oh wow, this is old. You know what? It's gonna be probably quicker for me. Well, we'll see. This is the other aspect of old school design, is there's not enough fast travel. There's no mounts. Yeah, I'm cheating on Tamriel this morning. Shh, don't tell her. I think the plan for today is probably just going to be this all day. I do need to take a break in a couple of hours. I gotta go to the grocery store this morning. And then When I get back from the store, if I don't lay down for a nap, I'm just going to roll right back into more of this and just play this for the rest of the day and just get it out of my system. And then tomorrow morning, be back for Fallout 76 because I want to see the new stuff in Fallout 76 probably tomorrow. And I think tomorrow I need to try to log into Arc Raiders tomorrow morning. So I think what we'll probably do tomorrow morning is a couple of hours of Fallout 76. We'll see. At the very least, I need to log in because Dribram has a cat bed for me that he told me to hit him up to get. So. And then Sunday I want to play Destiny 2. Yeah, this is my original main, was the Ranger Monk. Yeah, it looks fun. I just really want to get past that stupid encounter. I don't know what it is about that encounter that I'm on, that I'm stuck on, because I have everything, not once in my entire run through. I've got 65 episodes in my Destiny 2 playlist, right? Not once in any of those episodes did I ever feel challenged by anything. It was always just good fun, pew pew pew, have fun, and then I've hit this brick wall with this one encounter, and I don't know what it is that is struggle busing me with this one particular encounter. But I have tried. Yeah, like I told you, I went back and tried again the other night, and I'm just like, I can't get past it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm under leveled, but everything scales, so that shouldn't be the problem. Yeah, for sure, Lou. Allie has also said she's gonna help. So Sunday morning, my plan is to log into Destiny 2, because I would really like to get past that stupid encounter so that I can get back into playing Destiny 2. Because I picked up Year of Prophecy like 4 months ago, so I own Renegades and everything else. So I want to get through it and get into the new content, but I'm stuck on this Lightfall mission. So Sunday, we'll be back to Destiny 2 on Sunday morning. Oh, there's still a mob up. We need a hero. So whoever's around Sunday morning, yes, 'tis the plan. get over here? There's a path. Crayon eaters. Sounds like some of the TikTok trolls I get. It's a bunch of crayon eaters. Do I still play Lotro? Keep up. There's a schedule on YouTube. I play Sunday nights. A few times a week. A few times a month. With my brother and his kids. But no, I don't play Lord of the Rings by myself anymore. Woo! Gonna have to go get some more coffee. Try to get to a safe spot so that I can duck out and get some more go juice. Oh, it's a joke in the community that Titans are crayon eaters. Dude, I can get behind that. I know it's JK. I play Sunday nights a few times a week. It's Sunday, kids! It's Sunday again! Wait, what's beyond here? Is there like a fast travel waypoint or something? Not necessarily. Alright, I'll be right back. Sidetracked. JK coming in for a 9-month membership renewal. Say 9 months of watching Renfail do what he hates so much. That's right, kids. Is this a fun game? Is it worth it? Do you enjoy it? Yes, I do these things because I hate them. Alright, we need to go return to the ambassador. Some choppiness there all of a sudden. That's weird. Let's all eat crayons together. You know, that lunge doesn't seem to work unless he's already attacking. How does that... If target is attacking. So it has to be... I need to sick him on the target first and then use that attack. That's reasonably close. Somebody asked on my video from last night, what's the population like? I don't want to play a dead game. Well, here's the thing. It's a 20-year-old game. You can't realistically expect a 20-year-old game to have a hustling, bustling population. But also, the game is fundamentally designed to be a single-player game, which you can optionally play with other people. But, like, you have henchmen. That's literally the default, is to run with henchmen. That is the default way to play this game. I just think... I don't know what it is with some people who have this obsession. And we talked about this the other day, I mean, in relation to, like, endgame. Which makes sense for some games. But, like, when there's 200 to 300 hours of storyline content in a game and your fixation is on what am I going to do at the end, I just think you're missing out on the point of playing the game in the first place. But also, if you're obsessed with population, there's never been a better time to play this because it's going through a bit of a resurgence right now. But that nostalgia audience will die off extremely quickly. Trust me, we've seen it with every single Legendary server, World of Warcraft server, EverQuest 2 Classic server, Lord of the Rings Online Classic server. 2 to 3 weeks is the max for the nostalgia audience before they're bored and they go off to other things. They will not stick around. Hell, I won't be here past the weekend more than likely. I'm literally just here right now because it's like, ooh, nostalgia. Yeah, treat it like a classic CRPG. Yeah. Gwyneth protects me. See, I'm so implicit he doesn't want me in the underworld. Can you craft something for me? Oh. Oh, well, while we're here, can I sell? Where are you running to, bro? Alright, now we gotta go deliver the scribe supplies to Witness Rastin in Old Ascalon. Over here. Guild Wars is the best game every time. I mean, it's definitely had this charm for sure. Oh, he's a level 6 guy. Oh, and he's healing himself. I don't have any blocks. And I can't bleed him. I don't know that we can... Holy crap, that healing signet is huge. Does he have like an unlimited mana pool? I don't think I can knock him down either with the... He has to be attacking me. Oh, got him, got him. Oh, but he caught right back up again. Symbol of Wrath, maybe? Oh! God, he was almost there. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this guy. Oh, 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 oh! Go, 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 go! Fucking A, man, finally. No loot. Lame. It's a good point, Allie. As long as there's 2 people playing, it's technically not a dead game. When am I going to play Arc Raiders next? Whenever I fucking feel like it. You want me to play Arc Raiders sooner, you can sponsor a stream, and I'll play it on your schedule. But if you're not sponsoring my streams, I don't play the games that you want me to play. I play the games I want to play. I am going to be cycling back around to Arc Raiders. Ooh, we had a network hiccup right there. Did you see that? He like ping rubber banded us. Probably Friday I'm going to do some Arc Raiders. Probably. Probably, possibly. But I might not. I really just need to hop on so that Dribrom can give me the cat bed for my rooster. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing Elder Scrolls Online in the morning and the afternoon. Probably some more Gran Turismo 7. And then Sunday, we're going to do Destiny 2. I can also say on December 15th, there are 2 games that we're going to be starting to play again. One is a DLC, and the other one is just an ongoing early access that we've played before that we dive back into from time to time. But those are going to be just for... I'm going to be posting a schedule video here very soon for the month of December, so stay tuned to that. But the big things are going to be Fallout 76 in the mornings, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Elder Scrolls Online, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Generally speaking, I skipped ESO this morning because of this. That's not going to happen very often. And then in the afternoons, I play sponsored streams and keys from companies. And then on Sundays, it's Dealer's Choice. And this Sunday, we're going to be playing Destiny 2. No, I don't play No Man's Sky at the moment. I don't mind diving back into that game from time to time, but I've got a few hundred hours into it. It's expeditions are nice every once in a while. I did love the shipbuilding edition. That was cool. I play Destiny. Yep, Destiny 2 anyway. There is a playlist on YouTube with about 65 or 66 episodes in it from the playthrough that we were doing this summer. I had to stop it in September because my PS5 blew up, and I played Destiny 2 on the PS5. And then when I got my new PS5 in late October, I was already off to other things, and I haven't had a chance to get back into Destiny 2. But we're going to go ahead and cycle back around now that we're in the holidays. Everybody who's following along right now should make sure you get over to YouTube, because everything in between the streams happens over there. And all of my playlists are over on YouTube. So whenever I play games, I cut the streams down into 45-minute episodes, 45 minutes to an hour long. And those get published into playlists on YouTube, so that if you miss any of the VODs, or if you're out of town, or if you're working and you're busy and you want to catch up with all the things that I play, every game that I play gets a playlist on YouTube. There's over 10,000 videos. Make sure to check them all out. Back over there to the breach. Oh, I can't ignore them either because my minions are just going to automatically attack. It would be great if we could just train through to the zone line. Leave me alone, critters. I am of no interest to you. Let me get over to the zone line in peace. Someone tried to call this a glorified action RPG last night, and I was like, what? No, man, action RPGs are like Diablo, where it's hack and slash, burn the mobs down in 2 seconds. Like, this is not hack and slash. at all. This is definitely old school. Mobs take 20 minutes to kill as you get higher in level. Scorched lodestone. And oh my god, does it take forever to level up? Because we've been level 5 like this entire stream. We're 2 hours in. Alright, I think we're almost to the breach area. Go, kitty, go! There's level 6. Let's kill this guy first. Spend some points. Beast Mastery. Oh, that's right. Companions don't level up. It's based on the level that you hire them at. I think at the level of the city. I forget how that works. Do I have to hire? Do I have to fire them and bring them back to get them leveled up? I don't remember how that works. That's been a hot minute. Isn't it based on the level of the region? Like, you know, we're in the city. I think they're only level 3 here. Don't remember. Based on the outpost you recruit them from? Okay, yeah, that was my vague recollection. Oh, our healer's down. Jesus, these were instantly harder. Fuck, I need to heal. I don't remember... Man down! Well, who's at fault? I didn't pull those mobs. Check out the patch notes, Mr. Polizzi. They have all of the quality of life features added in the patch notes and over on the website, where they talk about all of the things they've added to the game, not the least of which is the controller support, Steam Deck verification, modern resolutions, all that good stuff. Oh, do I have a negative XP gain now? You have been weakened by death. Oh, how long does that last for? I think it stacks, if I remember correctly. I just want to know who overpulled. Fuckers run off. Oh, these are level 8, by the way. I never noticed that. These are like... all my minions are level 3, and these are level 8 mobs. Holy moly, no wonder. I may need to come back here later. So the debuff is going down with time. That's interesting. Stacks up to 60%. Yeah. I have a feeling that that encounter up ahead is going to kick our ass. The martyr. He is the healer. Switch targets here. No, he's definitely continuing to heal. Come on, get it. Oh, we got him. It's based on successive killing. There was 2 healers in that group. Oh, well, we got our credit, so we can go out. Cool, that area was gnarly. I think I've done enough side questing. I think we might go do a main quest now. Pursue the primary adventure a little bit more, because I wouldn't mind getting to the point where I can unlock some higher level companions, since I'm also leveling up. I don't want to be stuck with level 3 companions. And I'm pretty sure I have to progress the main story to get to the next outposts. It's been too long since I have played. Oh, leave me alone, you little bastards. I'll see how it goes, Allie. I'm being antisocial this morning. Right now, I'm waiting for my great niece to wake up. Searching for 3 scorched seed. I can give you items in exchange. Ooh, I forgot all about this. So going and farming items. Quickening Zephyr. Huh. Great Northern Wall. Do I get there from Absalom City, maybe? Okay. Maybe there's a way out of here? Ooh, I like that mural. That's cool. So one of the things I always remembered loving too was the concept art and loading screens in Guild Wars 2 had that rough sketch look. I always enjoyed that. The Great Northern Wall. It's a 20-year-old game, so it's definitely a 20-year-old MMO. Prince Rogaster here. Captain Colahan is in charge. Where's the captain? Wait, these are different henchmen, or are these the same henchmen? Yeah, these are the same henchmen. Are they the same level? Yeah. Okay. He said something about a captain, but I don't know where I'm supposed to go unless I'm supposed to click that NPC who takes me to Embark Beach or something. I'm here with the Vanguard, here to defend Ascalon. Uh-huh. What must I do? Activate intermission in the party panel to report to Captain Callahan. Oh, Jesus, that was not obvious at all. Like they need to make that a little bit more evident that that's what you're supposed to do. Like I had to like wander around and find the NPC to like talk to him again to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Search north of the wall to find the Char army. Report your findings to Captain Callahan. Head north to enemy territory and find out what this mangy beast has planned. Search north to find the Char army and then report back. Well, he said north, so I don't know that I necessarily need to fight all these guys. If my companions will follow. No, they're locked in. I can't even go north anyway. I have to go up around. My view of the target is not obstructed. What are you talking about? I bet we have to go all the way over there. I bet we're supposed to follow this path over there. To those ruins. Yep, and here's some mobs on the way. Get back here, you little shit. Literally ran back and purposely caused us to follow him. So all my NPCs have like now got in here and like grabbed every fucking mob there is. My pet is the Leroy Jenkins of the party. I think that's where you really need to get into the manual control, if I remember correctly. Because otherwise your companions will chase mobs. And then you can get into deep shit. We've got a healer on the field. Which one is it? The Ooglock or whatever? down. Get him down. There we go. Yeah, I'm aware, Register. I'm trying really hard not to do anything that makes me use the mouse and keyboard. I want to try to only play with a controller, since that's part of what this update is supposed to be about. So it almost feels like I'm playing at a handicap because they don't have a lot of the finer controls dialed in on the controller yet. Things like the manual control of your pet or the manual control over your allies, your companions. I feel like that's going to be the weak point in this because I just don't know how they're going to be able. We were talking about this earlier. I don't see how they're going to be able to get the complexities of the henchman controlling down. Right. Cursor mode is not a solution. Cursor mode is fucking clunky. Like, the moment I have to manipulate this thing around the screen, I might as well drop the controller and grab the mouse, because it is way fucking easier to use mouse and keyboard at this point. Like, here, let's just put the controller over here, and now I'm going to go back to playing mouse and keyboard. Like, they need to add some way to have, like, programmable commands, or toggleables, or something. Like, you know, we can use LT ABXY or RT ABXY. That's cool. They're going to have to figure out a way to get henchman controls onto the controller without having to default to cursor mode. Because this is clunky as fuck. The moment I have to pull this up and use this thing, dude, there's no control over this with the left thumbstick. Like, it's like, I know. Oh, you want to open this up, and first you got to get it over the gray box first, and then you can open this, and then you have to, you know, and it doesn't do, so there's snapping on a lot of the other things. So, like, if I open up the menu as an example, and I go to inventory, there's snapping, and I can use the D-pad, the directional pad, to do this, right? Or if I go to inventory, and I can go up through here, and there's snapping. So even if I'm using the cursor, notice that it snaps. It snaps too. It doesn't do that when you get over here into the party member thing. So suddenly it's like I lose directional pad support and snapping support. So if you're in the middle of a heated combat and you're trying to, like, very quickly tell your pet, back away, or go attack that mob specifically, it's not... I think that the controller support right now is working good, but it is not great. And that's an area where there's definitely a weak point, is the controlling of your companion and henchman. Because that still is best served by going into cursor, and at that point I might as well just reach down and use the mouse. So yeah, that's an area where I hope they continue to work on it. I'm not married to playing this long term. Holy shit, that is a lot of mobs. So ultimately, I don't know what this is going to look like long term. It does feel pretty good for general play, but definitely some areas where they could add some polish. It's probably less of a concern if you're not playing a pet class, but since I am playing a pet class, having a pet to control is definitely an added liability, so to speak. Would probably be less of an issue if I'm playing like an elementalist or something where it's just light everything on fire. I think those are gonna run out. And this is another like, do you see that dude? He just fucking ran off to like chase. And he's gonna pull every ad in the entire zone back to us if he does stuff like that. Right, exactly. We're just at the later missions where you have to manually like control. It's it's gonna be interesting. Stefan is my Leroy. Oh no, that's potentially bad. A Spaz mind render. Hey Spaz. Oh, he's got some sort of a life tap or something. God, what I wouldn't give for an area loot or auto loot button. This is mildly annoying. Having to go pick everything up. It is 6 o'clock. I gotta pay attention to the time. Alright, before I go across this bridge, I'll be right back. Yeah, AoE looting would be a great quality of life addition. Or auto loot, like you run around and proximity loot things. That would be even better in my mind would be proximity loot. Like, but either one of those would be a great quality of life feature. let's see here. I am no longer heading north. What the heck? Somehow I got turned around. That is a big ass scorpion back there. Oh, and they pulled it. Good job, numbnuts. Went down just like your mom. Well, I will say this. After playing a couple of hours, I think we played about 3 hours last night. 2.5, 3 hours last night. I'm about 2 hours half in right now. I'm only level 6. And I will say, as much as I enjoy the nostalgia, the leveling pace and the pace of killing mobs feels antiquated as fuck. Like, I'm finding myself growing bored with the pace is the big thing. It's like, come on. Like, Jesus. Let's move this along here. Death ain't but a restless spirit. Please help me. The enchanted armor that sealed my tomb has been stolen. This is not part of the main quest, is it? This is a bonus. Don't care about the bonus. How am I heading south again? Everything in here is about heading north, is what they told me. We came up here, we killed this guy. There's nowhere for me to go northwise. That is true. Level 20 is the cap. But I think the big thing that's killing me is the leveling speed. Sorry, I keep saying leveling speed. Killing speed. the speed at which I kill mobs, I am growing bored with very quickly. I am not a fan of just like slogging through endless waves. Dragon's Dogma 2 was very boring for me for the same reason, because I had to kill endless waves of slog to get anywhere meaningful, and I'm just like, I would rather be seeing cutscenes right now. What's that? Renfail's an entitlement generation. He wants his dopamine hits. I think pacing is important, yes. What the hell, man? Like, we went north through here. That's where we came from. We came down in here. What am I missing? Maybe I was supposed to go past that turnoff. I just feel confused by the search north. I guess technically I am north. This whole thing is I'm north. Level 80 characters are Guild Wars 2, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, hang on. There's like... Am I supposed to go through here? It almost looks like there is a path right here, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that's not it. There's a bridge right up there, which we came across the bridge earlier. I guess you're just supposed to follow this. But this just leads us right back to here again. Maybe there's something over here that I missed. There's definitely a chest. Alright, hang on. There's something over here. Maybe, potentially. Yeah, this isn't it either. The fuck am I missing? What is the name of this zone? The Great Northern Wall? I'm about to go Google a map. I'm lost. What the heck? So somehow there was something like I definitely missed a fork off somewhere. Because like where you first come out, there apparently was like a fork. And I may have missed it. Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. Like, I didn't see anything extra here. So there's no point in me opening that window. Yeah, this, like, according to the map I just looked at online, there was like some sort of a, let me go look at it again. Yeah, apparently I could have gone across the top of the bridge, or is that only for the way back? See, there's that bridge. And the map I was just looking at showed that as a path, but that door is locked. No, I definitely didn't cross that bridge. You can see my pathing right here. I came down along this area. I don't even know if I can go across unless there's a lever to open up the gate. Yeah, there's no lever to open this gate. Alright, I genuinely feel like I missed something. Because I went down through here over to these ruins. I know. Yeah, I know this is where I started. I came back because I'm looking at the online map, and the online map shows that bridge as something you can traverse. But I'm willing to bet it's to come back, not to go out there, because there's no way to open that gate. So I'm trying to figure out where to go for the quest update, because I came all through here and I haven't seen anything that would update my quest. And I've cleared all of the... Unless I missed something somewhere. Like, that almost looks like we could go down in there, but I don't quite know how to get over. There's a char over there. Hang on, we totally did miss something. There's a char over there. This collider bullshit is taking me for a loop because you could see things that look like they might be a path. I think this is it. This is it. I think we may have found what I was looking for, because there's definitely bad guys over here. We'll see. And someone, there's a discussion happening in chat right now. Yes, I am on the PC because it's only available on the PC, but I am trying to only play with the controller. because part of the Reforged update was they added controller support. So I am playing the game trying very hard not to touch any of the keyboard controls or any of the mouse controls, because that would defeat the purpose. I'm here to review and play the update. The update is principally about controller support and making the game available to people on the Steam Deck, which is controller. So yes, there are mouse and keyboard controls. I have 2 keyboards at my desk, one of which is for the gaming PC that I'm running this on. So if I, in rare cases, like if I want to hit U to open up that, yeah, I can reach down and hit that on the keyboard. But I'm trying very hard not to touch the keyboard or the mouse, because I'm actually here to check out what it's like for a new player who's playing on the Steam Deck or with a controller only. What does the game feel like? Yeah, but there's no way to open up that mini map without using the keyboard. This map is not available. There is no hotkey on the controller to open up that map. So that map, even though it's there and that's cool and everything, I'm not using it because it's not something that I can actually access through the controller. Because this is the map that they tell you to use on the controller. Like the map, the default mapping is to hit this button right here. Sorry, wrong button. You hit this button. That's the map that comes up. Not this map. That map does not come up on the controller. There is no key that brings this map up with the controller. This is the map that comes up. So don't, yeah. Maybe the Steam Deck has an additional button. Does not work on the Xbox controller. There is no default mapping on the Xbox controller to bring up that UI map. Well, this just circled back around. I'm not the one making it hard. I'm telling you what is and isn't available on the Xbox controller. So I'm not the one making it difficult. I'm telling you the controls that are available on the Xbox controller, which is a supported controller for the game via if you're playing on PC. So it's all well and good that your son can play it on the Steam Deck and has that functionality. That functionality does not exist on the Xbox controller, which is the supported controller if you're going to be playing it through the default. I'm not sure. I don't think there, at least I'm not aware of the ability to rebind anything yet. This is a way I haven't gone before. See, that just leads me right back up here again. Motherfucker. This just leads me right over to these guys. There's a path on the west side that I've walked by a few times. This is another one of those issues with going back to 20-year-old level design is sometimes it's 20-year-old level design and it looks like shit. And so you miss things. Well, there was definitely a lever for one of these gates. Evil Hugh says right trigger plus left on the D-pad opens that map. Let's try it. That has never been explained to me in any of the tutorials. Right trigger. There is an additional... I never noticed this, so you're not wrong. If you hold the right trigger, apparently... Also left trigger, it looks like. I've never paid attention to that. I've only ever been looking down here to use my right and left triggers. I've never paid attention to the fact that these were also doing things. So apparently, yeah, you can hold right trigger and there is a way to open up that menu. So I stand corrected. Toggle skills and attributes. Toggle camera zoom. Yeah, but you could do camera zoom without that. Toggle quests. Okay. That's a weird way to zoom the camera in and out. So apparently there is a way to open up that menu. Path to the west. There's enemies to the west. I see them. No, there's a collider right there. I can't go there. Oh, my grandniece is up. I'm gonna need to go say good morning here in a second. Maybe I go underneath here? No, that dead ends. Yeah, I would love some pet controls for sure. Why do I get up and stream early? Because... Oh, is this it? Is this it? Did I miss this the first few times? Maybe, potentially. You fucker. They've got it hidden right behind here. This might be it. Holy sh... Well, no, hang on. This is leading me right back to where I was a minute ago. Okay. Getting grumpy. That was not apparently it. Ah! Why do I get up early? Because only losers stay in bed and wait for shit to happen. People who make the world come to them get up and take care of shit. I'm 45 years old. I own everything I have. I have no credit card debt. I have no mortgage. I have no school loans. I have no car debt. I own everything. I have paid for everything in cash. I have built and sold multiple businesses. I accomplished all of that because I get up early and I get shit done. This just leads me to the NPC up here, the like ghost dude. Hey, people miss some things sometimes, like holding the right trigger. And like I said, I stand corrected. I admitted my mistake. I admitted that I missed something. That's something that a real man does. A real man admits when he's wrong and says, hey, you know what? I missed that. My bad. Only a child sits there and goes, meh, 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 meh. So yeah, you can tease me all you want about me missing something because I was too focused on other things, but I admitted my mistake. Alright, I'm at a loss here. God, these colliders are driving me nuts. This is totally where I came from earlier. Just looking across the landscape is to me mind-boggling how dated this looks. It's got to be somewhere back up in here. I just don't know what I'm missing. Like, can't go up any of these walls. Star stuff is like you went past it again. What am I going past? There's nothing here. I realize there's a chat delay, but... Oh, this is it. I think this is it. How the fuck did I miss that 20 different times? No, you're all good. I guess that was it right there. Somehow I kept missing that. I'll be right back. Alright, let's get this done. It takes me back to the days when someone would write you, like, manual directions to a place. Look for the blue house on the corner, and it's like... give me a little more description. Yeah, map covered in red dots. Look for the location. There we go. Trigger the cutscene.
The Char invasion force. Captain Calhan was right.
Two hours later.
They've spotted us! Back to the wall!
And this is where we run across the bridge. I remember this part vaguely. So my character is auto-running, I think. Like, oh, no, he stopped. So it took control of my character and ran him to that point and then stopped right there. So it at least like starts to guide you and then it's like, hey, this is the way you want to be going. But I was like sitting here going, wait, it's auto-controlling my character. But it doesn't auto-control you all the way. It only gets you to a certain point. Alright, we are not stopping. Piss off, scorpions. Yeah, all it has to be is one character has to make it. One person has to make it. It's gonna be me, because I'm not sitting around to fight. Good luck with that, guys. Goal completed. And no, I did not do the bonus stuff because I can't be bothered to do bonus shit. Leroy running. Where's the captain? Somewhere over here. I don't remember exactly where he's at. Y'all better defend me.
You're back. Well done. What news of the Char? Sir, we found Bonfast Burntfur and the Char army in a valley to the north. But I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak. There are too many. We'll never hold them back. The wall is lost. We must fall back. Retreat! Retreat!
What's up?
Regroup at the bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. We can't let the Char make it to the capital.
Voy a comer después de super. I earned 1,000 experience and 1 skill point. And then from here, I guess there's an easy way to open that now that I realize that this is here. Do I have to go back to the capital now? doesn't specifically say. Here's Titus. Uh-huh. Neither one of those are primary quests. I'm not quite sure what the primary quests would be. Followed by... Oh, I bet there was another mission that you were supposed to start. If you... I forgot that that's the way they're doing that. So see, yeah, now my companions are leveled up to level 6 now that we're in here. So what's really slightly annoying is... Right, exactly, Ali. I went and looked it up online because it doesn't directly tell you that that's the next mission, nor is it listed in your active quests. But I looked online and it said just go to Fort Rannoch and you'll be able to enter the mission, which we could do over on the right-hand side. But it doesn't actively tell you that. They need to add that as a quality of life feature where they show you what the next primary quest is, because otherwise I would have no clue. Like there's no... Previously there was a main mission, or I can't remember if it was listed as a main mission or priority mission, but it was separate from the Ascalon quests. But then as soon as we finished it, it disappeared, and there's no additional follow-up to that. You would think there would be a follow-up that's like, let's beat up in Fort Rannoch, and then that would have like a primary mission that would lead you to this location. So the only way you're going to know is if you're using an online guide, basically. Which is going to lead you... It says here, completing the Great Northern Wall crest brings the party here. It did not bring my party here. We just completed the Great Northern Wall. It did not bring me here. So, very interesting. Oh, I guess in the cinematic he does say. He says, retreat, retreat, regroup at the bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. It says here in the notes, it says, after completing this mission, the party will appear in Fort Rannoch. Did I appear in Fort Rannoch and I just wasn't paying attention? I probably need to go back on my stream and check, because I didn't actually pay attention if I was in Fort Rannoch. I just was like, wait, I'm here. I thought I was still at the Great Northern Wall area. Now this has got me questioning. I'm going to go check my stream really quick. I did appear in Fort Rannoch. Okay, so that was on me for not paying attention to that alley. I was just like, it looked like I was still at the Great Northern Wall location. You're right. I did appear in Fort Rannoch. But it's still weird because there was no like primary mission telling me that that's where we were. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some quality of life stuff that is missing in terms of like telling characters, hey man, You're in a new location. This is the next part of the main quest. Go talk to the captain again, who theoretically I think should be up top here. Maybe? Because there's like no quest givers here. But we have the intermission thing. Don't let him in here. Oh. Ya me voy super. These require keys, I remember that much. Because, like, I don't even see that captain we were just talking with. Frodo? Frodo? No. Hang on. Yeah, for sure. If you're doing, like, lots of running around and... Or if it wasn't clear, like he said in the cutscene, we'll go to the fort, but then you get to the fort, and it's like, where's the captain? Like... You know what I mean? Like... He doesn't have an icon over his head. Because technically, what you're supposed to do is just intermission. Push back the charm, force them out, and take the wall. Ascalon City will be saved. Like, it's definitely not clear what the next step is. And then from this, you're supposed to intermission and go from there. But that's going to be for next time, everybody, because I got to head out. We're 3 hours in, and this is where I leave you, because I got to go to the supermarket and do some grocery shopping this morning. We're tag teaming stuff today, because then Chris has to go out later and do additional errands. I'll be back later today. I don't know if I'm going to come back later this morning, or if I'm going to wait until this afternoon. It's going to depend on how I feel after I get back from the supermarket. If I'm still feeling chipper, then we'll come back and do a second morning stream. I don't often do second morning streams, so it's just going to depend. If not, I'll be back mid-afternoon like normal. We'll probably do one more session of this just to, you know, yesterday was launch day, today's post-launch day. You know, got good traffic around it. But tomorrow we'll be back to our normal schedule probably, and we will maybe do some more of this over the weekend. But I'm not doing a full playthrough, just so everyone knows. Definitely just here to check out the new things and get enough time under my belt so that I could do an official review. And once I do the review, we'll be moving on to other things. So if you want to hang out for more, we'll check you guys in a bit. Until then, stay safe. Don't forget, as always, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. But if you want to follow along, everything happens in between over on YouTube. And if you want to be a part of our community and hang out and talk about cats and ducks and chickens and all that shit and the good life and gardening and food and ranching, get over in our Discord. Don't be lazy. See you guys next time.